Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Bishop, the Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Your brother Chanak coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak, Wadash. And I just want to, touch on this topic. This guy, Speed, Ishowspeed. We're all familiar with him. I've never really watched none of his feeds. I just seen clips, viral clips that, are on social media. And he's this big time streamer, the most popular streamer out there. And he was just in the Bay Area, to the brothers on the thread, they hit it, hit the stream. And he's on the Bay Area. And he, San Francisco, Oakland, all that. And I'm not sure if he went to Oakland, but he, the San Francisco Bay Area. And you had all these people that heard that he came out, and they rushed. It's like he's like a celeb. He's basically a celebrity. But what is he? What is he good at? What does he do? He doesn't have any value other than entertainment. And this is what the wicked elite they do. They'll set up jakes with their influence, with their charisma, with their wittiness, to be examples to the younger youth, to be example to the youth. And what example do they push? Well, they push homosexuality. They push transgenderism. They're all just a tool that the wicked elite use, to social engineer the people. And now you have a generation which they don't want jobs. They don't want to go to college. They want to turn on the camera and video record their whole life and do stupid shit. And this is how you become rich. So I got this clip here from the Bay Area News, because a lot of people don't know about him, like the older generation. But he's starting to become real big, because he goes around the world, But who's funding this guy? Who fund him? You already know the small hats fund him, and he's not on live pushing anything that's beneficial. He's not pushing anything that's that's going to help humanity, that's going to put Jake in a better state. He's pushing Folly. And I have a clip in which he does a lot of gay shit, basically. Like he got popped, which we know to get up in those positions, you got to get popped. So you'll see that, but this is the price of fame. This is the price of fame that, they don't tell you about when you get to these mega superstar status, that you have to do things behind the scenes. And you got to do shit in front of the camera. You got to do rituals. He was playing with Ouija boards, and that's the energy that he's pushing to, the whole world, pushing towards Jake. And when you hear these young Jakes and these people say why they love Speed, there's really no answer. He's just great. He barks like a dog. So let me play but this is reminiscent of the scripture. I'm going to bring that scripture out. I'm going to speed it up. In Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, it's talking about folly. All right. People, go high and low, far and wide to come see somebody act a goddamn fool because the cameras are on them.
What do you love about San Francisco?
The energy is so fun here. It's lit.
It is lit. YouTube streaming sensation Ishowspeed put San Francisco in the spotlight. He just wrapped up a whirlwind visit, and he took the world with him to some iconic spots on this adventure. Good evening, I'm Amadeus.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. It's been fun today watching this. So many people are wondering, who is Ishowspeed? His real name is Darren Watkins Jr., and he is just 20 years old. Rolling Stone magazine.
So, really, any Jake, with money behind him, you become a superstar. If they want to push you, you don't even have to have talent. But in this case, he's very athletic. He's very athletic, very witty. Jake. And everybody loves him because he acts a goddamn fool, and he's worth millions of dollars. Because Esau gave him millions of dollars to act a goddamn fool, but it's all part of that evil influence that he wants, to push in the earth. Esau, it's all plot, it's all scheme. And you're going to see, the price to pay to be a superstar, the price to play to be big. You gotta sell out, and that's really common knowledge, right?
He named him the #1 influential creator this year.
That is incredible. He has more
The
than
#1 influential creator this year. What did he influence? What is he good at? What did he do? Did he influence people in a good way, or did he influence people in a bad way? Did he influence people for folly, or did he influence people, giving them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding?
44 million followers on YouTube and 40 million on Instagram. Speed, as he's known by his fans, is currently on a 35-day tour of the United States, and he is live streaming around the clock. He's done a number of sprint race challenges, including taking on Olympic gold medalist Noah Lyles.
Now, this is day 29 of Ishowspeed's tour, and he got a pretty good taste of the Bay Area, really, during his time. He met up with San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie at City Hall and hit the golden
He get to meet up with the mayor. They rolled the red carpet out for him.
bridge across the bay. He dropped in on some popular Oakland businesses.
That's right. ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone joins us now. J.R., as we watched it live, the crowd just descended on him, treated him like a rock star, and I saw you out there running to catch up.
Oh, it was a run all afternoon. I talked with one tourist this afternoon. He said, J.R., I thought President Trump was in town. That came from a tourist this afternoon. I spoke with
You see, like they can elevate anybody to superstar status. And look at all these sheeple. They just want to be in his presence. And what does he do? What influence is he influencing the people? He's nothing other than set up as a distraction. All the clips that you see him in is all folly. He's doing some type of gay joke. Okay, he's saying some type of crazy shit. He got his shirt off with other men in the same room. In the shower with he was in the shower with that Kai Sinat. Okay, I'm gonna show you a clip. Okay.
Another crowd of people at Pier 39 who said they didn't know what was going on. They thought something was going on. So they ran into a store at that point because they didn't want to get trampled at that point. I have to say, though, the kids were so excited, and I was excited for
them.
See,
the kids, they want the children. They want the young, the ones that are easily influenced by, money and fame and recognition. Because as you grow up, you want that. You're like, man, I can do that. And then what do? You get your camera phone and you get online and you start acting a goddamn fool. Okay? You start doing crazy shit. Okay? And you start to do things that get you views.
Surrounded by bodyguards and dozens of screaming teenagers, this is the influencer known as Ishowspeed, or Speed as they call him, walking along San Francisco's Pier 39 on Thursday.
You're a real one. You're a real man. You don't switch up with nobody, bro.
If you don't know Speed, he was flanked by adoring fans everywhere he walked when we were with or near him. Your kids probably do. He has more than 40 million followers on each of his social media.
Look at these people. They acting a goddamn fool for Jake. But how much more in our actual glory? Because we're not in our glory. You got a few Jakes that rise to superstar status. You know how easy it is for Esau to take this dude down. One event can make the whole world turn against him, and he'll lose all his contracts. He'll lose all his streaming. They'll kick him off the platform. But as long as he plays by the book, as long as he plays by the rules, and he does what they tell him to do, he'll be elevated in this position.
Platforms including YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And he seems to be a fan of the news.
Wait, it's the news.
You got it. What do you love about San Francisco?
The energy is so fun here. It's lit. Everybody turn it up in San Francisco.
I spoke with
There's nothing profound of what he's saying. He's just acting a goddamn fool. Okay, and some of it's funny. Yeah, Jake is funny. Jake has talent, but it's a negative talent. It actually sets our people back. It degenerates our people. Okay, and this is the image that Edom wants the whole world to see of Jake, which a lot of people, women of the other nations, and they look at Jake. Like, oh wow, Jake, we the salt of the earth, but it's nothing in any serious aspect, because the moment that he's broke and the media turns against him, all them same people that love them so called they'll hate him, and there'll be another Jake that they'll put in his place.
And before he hopped on the carousel at Pier 39, just to get to that location was madness.
I was over there and I was trying to see Speed.
So you got the Elamite woman, Ruchika Sakar. She's a fan. You know what she want to do.
We fell over, trampled, and then Speed picked me up, of course.
Speed picked you up?
Yes.
Oh man, Speed.
Right? He's so nice. What a great dude.
Speed is street.
He's such a great guy. He's such a great guy, right? See, but that just shows you how the people are easily deceived by fame and fortune. Again, he doesn't do anything profound. He's an athletic guy. He does a lot of stupid, crazy shit. But that's what the people love. Let's finish out this video, and I'm gonna go into the scriptures, and then I got another video.
24/7 on a 35-day tour of America. What do people not know about San Francisco that you've seen when you've been here?
The Bay is very underrated. I feel like people tend to like not shed light on it, but it's very lit here. It's so fun here.
It's so fun. It's so lit. It's a good city.
Fun people here, fun things to do here.
Fun things. Not putting you in a serious mindset of, mass layoffs. What about mass layoffs? I did a video earlier about that. What about, the European Union? Okay, basically NATO getting ready to activate Article 5. Okay, World War III. What about that? What about, the food shortages? Okay, what about the so-called the G to the side that's going on out there in Palestine? Okay, what about the civil conflict that's heating up in America? The people that they don't want serious topics. They don't want to think about serious things. Okay, the political strife between the right and the left, the racial tension between Jake and Esau. Okay, that's getting ready to bubble over. Okay, the destruction that's getting ready to come, the economic collapse. This is all bred in circuses, and they put certain individuals in these positions to keep the people minds off of the serious matters.
And I didn't really know about the Bay at all. So, but now I know, and it's super fun here.
As to what the kids love about one of the biggest influencers on...
Well, I'm gonna rewind that back a little bit. Just hear what the young kids say about Speed and what they love about him.
Light on it, but it's very lit here. It's so fun here. There's a lot of fun people here, fun things to do here. And I didn't really know about the Bay at all. So, but now I know, and it's super fun here.
As to what the kids love about one of the biggest influencers on Earth...
You like One Piece, bro? You like anime? You're a cool guy. But one thing you gotta know, be race, man. You're not fast.
What is it?
He like anime. He like video games. He a cool guy.
What about Speed that people like?
Bro, we just love him, bro.
We just love him. What do you love about him? We just love him. See? Hold on.
What is it about Speed that people like?
Bro, we just love him, bro. Speed.
And that's how Speed acts. So that's the influence that he's pushing on the people. He's being you. He's a pawn. Okay?
Competitive sayings and barking are a thing online. He took all of that here to Chinatown and showed off his moves.
See?
And to the Golden Gate.
He's a what do you call that? He's a what do they call it when you have the dude that make the king laugh? Damn, it's right there at the tip of my tongue. He's a jest. He's nothing but a jest. Let me do this. What is a jest? A jester. A jester was a professional entertainer or a professional fool employed in the medieval and Tudor courts to amuse a king or nobleman with wit, jokes, songs, and other performances. Often while wearing brightly colored bell-adorned caps and bells. Jesters were storytellers, musicians, and comedians who could sometimes offer advice or critique with the degree of impunity that others lack. Yeah, because it's everything's a joke. So and this is why comedians, they're really they can speak about harder topics than like your average everyday person or newscaster or political pundit or so-called intellectual, or government official, because it's a joke. It's all they're making you laugh, but they'll tell you the truth at the same time. So these jesters are also they'll say certain things that are true. But basically, Speed is just nothing but a professional entertainer, a professional fool. Okay? He's just a professional fool, and they pay him big money. All right? With the illusion that the next generation, they want this generation to be full. Let me bring the scripture. Ecclesiastes, Salaki, I wanted us to bring that point out. Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly, let me read 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Yeah, the ruler is what lets this thing go. Lets this type of behavior go unchecked. They're actually they like for people to be goddamn fools, especially Jake. This is the image of Jake all around the world. He's some type of entertainer. He's a basketball player, a football player. Okay, he runs track. He jumps over. He can jump high. He can run fast. He's a poet. He can rap. He can sing. He can dance. He can contort his body in all different types of ways. He can make jokes. But when it comes to anything that's serious, you so-called blacks, man, Native Americans, especially you black men, you're not taken serious. Okay, you're not taken serious at all. And for you to get any attention, you got to be perceived to be a rich man. Okay, the white man got to give you a check, and you got to do what the white man tell you to do. Okay, like he had Ouija boards, doing seances. He met up with witches. He streams, and they have him do all these different crazy shit on stream. Okay, which is nothing other than rituals, which is bringing this generation more into witchcraft, making this generation more of a fool. Because here it is, you go to school, you're supposed to go to school, get a good education, go to college, and get a good paying job. But the image that you see is act a goddamn fool and make millions of dollars. Make $50 million for acting a goddamn fool. And all you got to do is turn on a camera, play some video games, and dance and sing and say some crazy shit. And you'll meet up with celebrities. You'll be invited to be with governors and the president, and you're just such a great guy. They'll give you keys to the city. You're extolled to the clouds for being a goddamn degenerate, for being a professional entertainer. But this is why they paid them these big dollars, because they are an influence on the major society. Okay, of bringing the morals down. Okay, making things that were once evil in the people's eyes something that's normal. Okay, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. Okay, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I want to get that in the NLT. Give me a second. Or was it the NIV I was reading earlier? Let me see. In a NLT, it says, when they give great authority to foolish people and low positions to the people of proven worth. Yeah, the ones who that actually have wisdom, knowledge, understanding, they're not in positions of power. Ones that are profitable to the planet Earth, they're not in positions of power. They're at the bottom. They're looked at as the low. Okay, the scriptures say that the poor man's wisdom is despised. Okay, but the rich ruler, everybody loves the rich ruler, or the professional goddamn fool, because he makes you laugh while he's raking in all type of money, and he doesn't have to do anything profound. He doesn't have to bring anything to society to make it better, to make it move forward. No inventions, no discoveries of curing cancer and doing something, that's going to be beneficial. Like you have that one Jake that actually made a reactor. They're around the same age. This Jake made a goddamn reactor that can recycle plastic and turn it into fuel. And he's not world known. Somebody like that in a righteous society will be deemed. He will be like a superstar. He will be a multimillionaire. But they don't want that type of they don't want that type of influence, especially amongst Jakes. Okay, especially amongst our people. You don't want our people to be so in this, and it's all folly, because we know this shit's gonna be destroyed. But nevertheless, just on a carnal level, they don't want our people to be inventors, okay, and scientists, and pull their goddamn pants up, okay, and be doctors and lawyers. They don't want that. They want you to be professional fucking fools, and they'll pay you a lot of money for that. They want you to be professional fighters, like you had Terrence Crawford. Which he's a bad dude. I've been telling people about Terrence Crawford for years. He's a bad dude, and he beat Canelo, but he was extolled up into the clouds. But then the police pulled his ass over, and almost shot him and his security. So really in the eyes of America, you're still a nigga. But Esau loves, and Terrence, he's usually in like a a serious mindset, and he kind of goes against the grain. But he's a great boxer, you know, so you can kind of get away with it. But he's not like the people's champ. A lot of people hate him because he's not on no Folly type shit. He's not on no proud Folly type shit, and that's when people love you. You Jake blowing money, talking about I got these bitches, I got this. That's when the people love you because these people are on a fucking low level. Okay, it says fools are put in many high positions, while the rich occupy the low ones. But in the very near future, the Most High is going to turn everything right side up. You're not going to have jesters, the forefront of the so-called leaders of the so-called black community. These are your leaders, a bunch of fucking degenerates. Okay.
Bridge. Where Sky 7
look, you see this?
Jump off the railing.
Look, this nigga off the railing.
Where Sky 7
look,
recorded.
They want to see him. He could fall. He could fall. Literally drop dead, doing a goddamn stunt. Okay, we might see that. All right, he did a backflip off of the fucking the bridge, and this will influence other stupid ass minded young adults, even older, to go ahead and do it and stream it and fucking take a dive and a fall and drop dead. How many people have died doing these different challenges that go viral on social media?
His jump off the railing and onto the sidewalk.
It's just really happy to see him in SF and see.
Look, but a bunch of children, you a child, you just want to play video games. We were all there and go outside and play and bark like a goddamn dog and just folly. Your mind is set on folly.
This community, it's a real dream, like for real.
It's a dream. These Americans are low level. And this is why the world looks at you in such a low mind state. And he be going into China, he be going to Japan, and they be loving. He be going to Thailand, and they and that young generation loves him because that young generation is geared towards playing video games, trying to go live, trying to go viral, trying to get as many followers.
Content, but also he travels around in different places. Not a lot of kids right now can travel.
On this day, putting San Francisco and the entire Bay Area on the map.
Look.
Shout out to San Francisco. Big Speed. We get lit. Let's go.
Now, on his live stream, Speed repeatedly said today was the craziest day of his whole tour. He wrapped up his night in Oakland, where he stopped at Hyphy Burger. He was met by a giant crowd, and some folks put on a sideshow. It seemed like a new experience for Speed, who was shocked at what he saw. He watched for a few minutes before getting on his way. Certainly, that illegal sideshow could have led to his live being taken down, but it was not. All in all, the day.
Look at it. Look, the fucking riffraff come out because of some streamer. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But this is the price of fame. Let me play this. This is another video that popped up on my thread, and you're gonna see the number 5, the shit that he got. It's sick. So I'm just letting you know beforehand. It's disgusting.
Are you okay?
This is the type of shit. This is the type of content he does.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm
Fine.
And I believe he, a lot of these entertainers, they be going Muslim or some shit like that.
I'm gonna get you.
What is this? Am I gay? What do you mean, am I gay?
Are you gay?
Hell. What makes you think I'm gay? What is that?
I love you.
Like what? Turn around.
It's just stupidness.
Like what? Touch the top of your head.
They give these young Jakes, these charismatic young Jakes willing to do anything from the hood, they give them exorbitant amounts of money to act a goddamn fool. Okay, the scriptures say that. Let me bring that out. All right, before we get that last clip, and it's just he doing some gay shit. What is that? 1 Timothy. Okay, 6. The fuck? Bear with me. Give me a second. First Timothy 6 and 9. Well, let me 6 6 and 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, so our mindset is, food, our daily bread, covering, somewhere to lay our head down. It doesn't have to be no big crazy ass mansion. Lord's will He give us a vehicle so we can get around. Don't have to be the latest Mercedes. And now we live basic lives, designer clothes. We don't need all that. Just being godly, that with contentment, that's great gain, because we're gonna receive all those things. The scriptures say that we are gonna get praise and fame in all the lands where we were put to shame. All right, this is going to be perpetual glory. This is not going to be your 15 minutes of fame, because you can't pull the same fucking gig forever. There's nothing that's, people get tired of it, especially as this world collapses. The scriptures speak about the mirth of the land is gone, so they don't want to hear no motherfucker doing no crazy shit, doing backflips and barking like a goddamn dog, and they don't want to hear that. They trying to figure out how the fuck they gonna eat. Okay, why they lost their job? Okay, why them drinking is still not taking their pain away. Read Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right, the haughty people of the earth do languish. All right, but you still got a couple of fools out there. Okay, it's mainly the young generation, but you got some old fools too. The young generation, they ain't got nothing going for themselves. They want to stream. They want to play video games. So this generation is cooked. Generation Z is cooked. Okay. But they that be rich fall into temptations and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Yeah, because you have access to this wicked world. Okay, and the things that come with it. And when you have money, or people perceive that you have money or power, these people they'll change up. All of a sudden, you're just a great guy. All of a sudden, you're handsome. All of a sudden, people want to be around your presence. All of a sudden, the scriptures speak about the rich man, how he has many friends, For the love of money is the root of all evil, which some covet after. You got certain jakes that they want to be rich, and they'll do any fucking thing to do it. If they got to take their mother out, they'll take their mother out. They got to take, sacrifice their firstborn, they'll do it. All for fame and glory. All to be, get out of the hood. I get it, but there's certain men down here on the earth that's not gonna give in to that temptation, because it's a fleeting feeling. You pretty much gotta sell your soul. Okay, for the little crumb that Esau throws off of, he took the bite of the baguette, and a baby crumb fell off on the ground, and you niggas is running to try to grab it up. And meanwhile, while you get the crumb, it comes with conditions. You gotta do shit. You gotta bend over. You gotta blow rod. You gotta do all type of crazy sacrifices and shit. And you gotta continue those Satan. You can't just do one sacrifice and then Satan is happy with it. Nah, he's like, nah, nigga, it's time. You gotta do your monthly bend over. Okay, I need that booty. Okay, you gotta be, and then you give yourself into drugs. It's a terrible cycle. Basically, you destroy yourself. Okay, and then you be like, I don't even want this money. And then once you had enough of it, now you start coming against the people that that propped you up, and then they like, nigga, don't bite the hand that feeds you, nigga. And then and then they take you out. It's a cold cycle. The devil uses you, abuses you, and when he's done with you, he throws your ass away. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which some covet after. They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay, but thou, O man, of the Most High, so the man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life. And that's not popular. That's boring. You believe that? You broke. Okay, that's not fun. It's boring. You don't get to do what you want to do. You don't get to be a sexual deviant. You don't get to, You can't be a friend of the world. Therefore, wherefore unto thou art also called, and hath professed a good profession before many witnesses. So let me play this last little clip here.
Top of my head. Now what? What? Touch your forehead. Touch.
See, look at this. Look. See? Okay. See? You see this shit? You see this fucking shit? This is the type of shit you gotta do. This is the type of... They in a hotel... Bro, this is in Slovakia. You know? In advance. I told you already. But this is the type of shit that you have to do if you want to be a streamer. Or you want to be an influencer. You want to be in the public eye. You got to do all type of gay shit. Okay? You got to bend. You got to bend over. They told this nigga to do that. Let's run it back. Slovakia. But this is the type of fuck shit that's going on in America. Why the Most High gonna destroy you niggas, man. Okay, and the Lord gonna take you out as well, Esau. But this is the type of shit that you got to do if you want to be in that limelight. And the people, they'll look over this. People look over that and see, you know, and because you got fucking $50 million and you're with Ronaldo and you get to be with celebrities, and they'll look over all this gay shit that you had to do. Oh, you crazy, Speed. And now that's okay for the younger generation to do it. Okay? So all the young men, they're nothing but fucking bisexual, homosexuals.
Okay.
See?
I'm fucking leaving, bro.
This is the type of shit that they got to do. Let me see something. Speed. Hold on. I'll show. Speed. There's hella clips of him doing some type of gay shit. Yeah, the sus. Look.
Kai, bro, my girlfriend just left, bro. I need you.
See, look at this.
Let it out.
Look at this shit.
Let it out. Yo! I don't swallow it. You don't have to.
Speed, you have to do it after her.
Whoa! That's easy, bro.
Okay, go.
That's easy. One more time. No, top. Hi, look. One more time. Hi, look. Hi, look.
Look at this.
I don't want to see, bruh. Bro. Wait, no.
You see, so I didn't, you know, but this is the type of shit that's going on. Let me bring this out. Matthew 16 and 20, 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. I mean, there ain't no goddamn way. Just take me out. Fuck it, firing squad. Take me out. It's not worth it. Okay, we rather die with our integrity. Okay, a guy like that, he's gonna be very low in the kingdom of heaven. He's still gonna be a king, a prince. Okay, a priest, but he's gonna die here, and he's gonna come through the loins of the elect, and his head's gonna be down in the kingdom. He's gonna be ashamed of the things that he did, and he gonna beat Esau's ass. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world? Individuals like this, they gain the whole world, but you can clearly see that he was doing, him and this other streamer Kai, they were doing some gay shit. And all these streamers, they have to do that. The people that own these streaming platforms that allow people to see you, who do you think they are? What people you think they go back to? Take a wild guess. Maybe they have a little hat on. Maybe they have a big nose. Maybe their race it has an ISH at the end. Okay. Where am I? All right. For what if a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall that man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. See? So that's when we're going to get our reward, when Yahweh Shai comes back, when he gets his reward first. Then he's going to divvy out all the rewards. Okay, and then you're going to have Jake that's going to also be given the wicked amongst our people. They're going to be given a reward too. And that reward is going to be, judgment. Esau, you're going to receive your judgment too. I was going to get Proverbs 12:26 where it says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduce them. Because who set up Jake to do this shit? Huh? Who told, look at this shit. Talking about pulling, man, you fucking niggas, man. The Lord is going to destroy you niggas, and he's going to destroy you Edomites. Okay? This is the type of shit that they're pushing in the world. Well, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom. Let me get Peter's. We gonna end it there, man. It just gets you fucking upset. You just wanna, but we gonna keep it together. We gonna keep it together. Because the Lord is gonna reward all these niggas, man. Okay, he's gonna reward the heathen. He's gonna reward the 2/3. All right, he's going to reward the wicked amongst our people. He's going to reward everybody, and he's going to reward the righteous too. Okay? This is 2 Peter 2:6. And turning the cities of Sodom, let me read 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness. So Noah was a prophet. The word preacher and prophet are synonymous. It's the same word. Basically, to say before. Okay, so Noah, he had a testimony. Okay, and we have a testimony. Noah was speaking about the ungodly and how the ungodly are going to be destroyed in that flood, and it happened. And we're speaking about the nuclear destruction, and it's going to happen. Okay, and all the signs are there. You can't even deny it. Only that demon that's on you is making you not believe, or you're occupied with shit like this. Like your mind, you're not even tuned in with the prophets. Okay, your mind, you're watching streams of another motherfucker doing some type of gay shit, or barking like a dog, or you got some whore with her titties out shaking ass. That's the entertainment that the people want. That's what sells tickets. That's what gets views. Okay, not right things, getting your mind right, coming serving the Lord, learning about the Hebrew, learning who you are. Okay, get into the history. Nobody want to do that. Well, that's not fun. Okay, you want to see ass and titties, and you want to have fun. You want to see motherfuckers bark like dogs, do backflips. Play baseball. You want to see shit like that. I get it. You want to please the flesh, but it comes to a point to where all that shit's gonna be taken away, and you're gonna be confronted with reality. And the reality is judgment's coming for your ass. Okay, and the Lord's gonna take out all these goddamn streamers. Okay. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should live ungodly. Okay, and that's basically what we're seeing today. Okay, ungodly behavior. Okay, flood time, flood like vibes. Okay, the flood. What were they doing back then? And it was nowhere as wicked as it is now, because you got the internet now, so you can see everything that's fucking going on, and it's forever. You can the video's up, it get taken down, it still stays on the internet. Okay. It says, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. The conversation goes into their deeds and their actions. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deed. And this is why we're so adamant of speaking out against evil. Okay. He that how does that go? Maketh himself a prey. Let me see. Is that Amos? He that rebuketh in the gate. Yep, Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. They don't want to hear these words. They hate these words. They want to hear smooth words. San Francisco's lit. The Bay Area is underrated. It's fun here. The energy, I love the energy. I've lived in that area. I'm not there no more. With the bros and the Bay. I'm on a little spiritual journey. I'm traveling right now, but the Bay is demonic. The Bay got a demonic energy to it. Right when you go into the Bay, right when you get into the Bay Area, and brothers back me up. Right when you get into the Bay Area, it's a fucking crazy demonic fucking energy. You can feel it. The Bay ain't lit. The Bay is lit with demons, with whores, with sodomites, okay, with witches, okay, with the left hand, okay. It's heavy in the left. You got the transhumanism. The Church of Satan was started out there. Okay, you got all type of witch covens out there. Okay, then you got them universities. All right, which have secret societies. It's a lot of motherfuckers. They got the gay parade and they be just, it's sick. Okay, but if you're of this world, you love it. Okay. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So, basically the Lord is pretty much reserving these individuals and really to be a so-called entertainer in this world in this time. Really, that's scary, man. This is your lot. This is gonna be your legacy. Acting a goddamn fool, a professional jester that's getting ready to be hit by a missile. Okay, so we're gonna see the downfall of individuals like this. These young jakes, they get turned out by Esau. All right, and they like to get them young, and then the rest of his fans, they see him do this gay shit and they're okay with it. Okay, and he's okay with that behavior too. Okay, so that's the type of shit that's going on, but that's what you got to do. You got to sell your soul if you want to be in those positions with the cameras on you, these fake love, fake people. Okay, I'm gonna close it there. I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakak Wadash. All right, the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great has been a terrible influence on the earth. And these other nations getting ready to shoot missiles. And Yahushai is getting ready to come back and destroy the Edomites. Okay. And destroy a lot of Jakes too. And put the poor, which are really the rich in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemashai in the power positions. And the earth is going to dwell peacefully. Okay. Once the righteous Israelites are back into those positions. All right. Until next time, shalom to the elect. And to hell with you niggas.